Right, hello, welcome back to the channel, and we're back in my Jurassic World Evolution 3 park. That is going to remain nameless for now, because I don't really know what to call it. Yeah, it's just a generic park, this one. But as you can see, I've been doing a bit of work, as you can see on the main street there. And a little bit of a backstage. But that's just some basic stuff. I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, or the Brachiosaurus in the room. The game is a bit buggy, I found. I don't know if it's like that for anyone else. I know a lot of people are really annoyed about the piece limit on console. I haven't actually built that much yet, so I wouldn't know how bad it really is, but if it is bad, then things might get a bit rough. Hopefully it will be addressed though, and things can be changed. But the main thing for me is the building tools. I might just give you a demonstration. I don't know if anyone else has been facing this, but if you go into like edit group, like I built this all custom by the way. It's pretty cool. You do get some really cool pieces in this game, and I'm getting used to it. But right, let's just say this. So if we go on duplicate, that every single time that I move it a bit, you can zoom in and out and stuff. And like, let's just say we'll place it there. The camera just nosedives down. And I don't know why. It's really, really annoying. And like, yeah, you can like move it again, but like every time you place it, the camera just nosedives. It will only ever like recenter once you move it, but it's just so aggravating. And it needs to be fixed. So that's my #1 gripe with the game at the moment. Yeah, just the building tools and the camera. It's disgraceful. It's horrible to use. So hopefully that'll be addressed. I've already put thing to the forums, so hopefully it'll be addressed. But yeah, that's the #1 thing that I'm not really liking with this game at the moment. So yeah, hopefully it does get fixed. But I'll just show you some bits that I've done for now, and then we'll get on to the actual build. So first we have the main street. I have used the ready-built shops just because I couldn't be bothered to build my own when these ones look so good. Down the line I'll probably like make my own and stuff, but for the moment I just want to get into like the dinosaurs and stuff. But yeah, just those 3 buildings there. Guest emergency shelter thing. Something that I did do custom though was the planters here. Very basic, but they just make things look nice. And then we have this little what would you call it, diorama type thing here. We got the big sauropod there, and then the Spinosaurus with like the classic Jurassic Park logo, and some shrubbery and rocks and stuff. I think that looks really cool actually as a entrance to the park. We've also got this little seating area here, which is really cool now. People actually sit on the seats, which is really nice. And then I got this fountain here, which I built with just a Tyrannosaurus Rex on as a central focal point. You can see that mountain in the background. It looks really cool actually. I'm going to put some fencing around the backstage area here. I'll just quickly show you that. These 3 here are all pre-built. I did change some of the concrete padding like around the back here, which I'm really happy with actually. So then it's more, it looks more realistic. So yeah, they've all got like entrance and exit to like driving in and out and stuff. And then we have the hatchery here, which is completely done by me. It took me ages to build. Something like this in Planet Coaster would have taken me an hour max, and it's taken me like 3 hours just because of how bad the building tools are, and the menus, they're atrocious. Like navigating the menus in this game, it's just so tedious. I don't know if it's where I'm just used to Planet Coaster, but like they've got a good thing with Planet Coaster. It needs to be changed, or at least made better. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, to be fair. Very basic and generic, but all the pieces you get are really good for decorating, like the exterior and stuff. And the new windows, these are so cool. Like they're like 3D boxes inside, and they're brilliant. I don't know why we don't have those in Planet Coaster, but they're incredible pieces. But yeah, that's just the generic hatchery there. Just something a bit different than the usual, and I think it looks really cool actually. A bit blocky, but does the job. We then have like where the Guanlong habitat is. I built these. This was like the first thing I built in the game, so it does look really bad. This is just me testing out the tools. So I have like this toilet block here. It does the job. And and then we have this viewing gallery, which is again really blocky, but it looks okay. It's not awful, but it's not incredible either. And then just to separate from like the actual electric fence, I've built this wooden fence with like all the trees and stuff, just then guests aren't getting electrocuted. And I'm gonna have to custom fence down here or something, maybe place some rocks as a natural barrier. This area here, I might just make a little lush garden type thing. I put some paths like weaving in and out and stuff. I think that'll be a little like ornamental garden. I think it would look pretty cool. And then that is pretty much it. In the future, we might I haven't actually built the next enclosure yet. This is being filmed before I do that. But I'm thinking some sort of herbivore enclosure, maybe going along here or something. It might change, but that's the plan for now. Also, we have this area here just outside the hatchery, which is pretty cool, using the natural barriers again just to have a little mess around. But yeah, that's all I've achieved for now. I've done a bit of the campaign in this game as well. I haven't really gotten too deep into it to say if it's good or not yet, but it's pretty much the same as usual, but I'm sure things are going to get better. But yeah, enjoying the game so far. It's hard to enjoy with the building tools that we've got, but everything still looks really good. The dinosaurs look amazing, the juveniles and stuff is really cool. It's just the building tools I have a massive gripe with. It's really annoying me, but hopefully in the future it's sorted out. But yeah, we'll get into the actual build now. So thank you for putting up with my rant, and we'll get into it. Right, so while we're on the topic of ranting, another thing that's really aggravating me is the fact that it's always constantly morning in the game. There's no way to change what time of day it is, or like any setting to change the lighting at all unless you're in capture mode, which again is really annoying because everything's always got a massive shadow, so it ruins some of like the shots of like the dinosaurs and stuff, and everything's always in like a low light, so that really annoys me as well. But that's the type of thing that Frontier will go and patch probably in like one of the first updates, fingers crossed. Other than that, there's some issues I've had with the juveniles. So when like obviously they require nests, and sometimes you don't want a nest like particularly. I mean, it's good to have them, but I deleted them after I was done with them. But yeah, like you should be able to have an option where you can just release them from the hatchery and then introduce them into the enclosure. Which leads me on to my next point. If you do introduce a nest, there's not really any way apart from turning on the contraceptives on all your dinosaurs in a habitat. So if you had like a massive exhibit with loads of dinosaurs, and you'd have to go through each one individually to tell them to put a rubber on it. If that makes sense. Which is yet again really annoying. With the nests, there should be a setting on the actual nest where you can change it to on or off, so you can have it as like a decoration. Or if you're like I don't want any more dinosaurs in this exhibit, I'm going to turn the nest off, and then like they stop breeding. That's how it should have been done, instead of going through each dinosaur individually. And then another thing, with the breeding and stuff, you don't get to select what eggs come out. It's always a set number. So if you wanted like 3 juveniles, like sometimes you just get 5 and you have to get rid of the other ones, which is a hassle. There's so many things. They're just minor little annoyances with this game. It's still a great game, and as you can see with like the exhibit customization, it's so good and so powerful. Like you can make some really unique exhibits. Like you can see the waterfall there, and in a second, yeah, I think now you can see me building like a big archway thing, and it looks so good. And yeah, this is what we needed in the original games. But there's all these little bits that are just adding up and just spoiling the experience. Just that little bit, and they're all things that will soon be patched, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully in the future I won't be ranting like this, and things will all be good. But yeah, it's just some minor annoyances with the juveniles as well. I do like to complain. But yeah, I'm still really pleased with like this exhibit. Like as I was doing this, it was just flowing, all the creativity in that. It was so good. With building like actual buildings and stuff, it's horrible, but building exhibits it's a really smooth, fluid experience, which is exactly what I wanted. But yeah, just adding some rock formations and stuff here, and yeah, added the waterfalls and stuff just to add a bit of variance and stuff, and it looks really cool in the end. All the foliage options as well, they're great. But yeah, just a basic little exhibit. As you can see here, just walling up the fence, and then there's no escapes. Fingers crossed, hopefully they don't phase through the walls like they did in the last game, if you remember. But just marking out the what I want the backstage area to be, so I build like a fence around that little area there, and then I'll hide it all from the public. Then here, just making a little seating area or some little plaza thing. I'll build something down there in the future. And I did place the custom galleries. I'm not going to build them in like this episode, but I'll probably do those off screen while I'm getting used to the building tools, because I don't really want you to sit there watching me get the ump with the game, because I tell you, I will. But the first species we have going in this habitat is the Edmontosaurus, one of the first dinosaurs from the classic original Jurassic World Evolution, and I put that on the male variant, the classic Jurassic World Evolution skin on the Edmontosaurus, which I really like. It's so classic, and it's one of those ones that I've always liked, and it's nostalgic. It's a game that came out in 2018 or 17, and yeah, that male skin is really nostalgic to me, so I thought I'd add that just as a little homage to the first dinosaur I think I released, or maybe it was the Triceratops, I can't remember now. It was a very long time ago, but yeah, definitely one of my favourite dinosaurs. I was going to add Parasaurolophus at first, but Edmontosaurus is a classic, and I wanted to add that instead. I do love the variants though, like the female has the little small crest and the male has the big one and like the coloured face. Yeah, really great.
This dinosaur can raise itself up onto his hind legs when looking for food or keeping an eye out for danger. A useful ability and an impressive one to watch from.
You have to admit though, the graphics in this game are immaculate compared to the previous game. Like the dinosaur skin looks so much more crisp, if that makes sense. It also helps that like this is recorded in 2K, I think. When I first recorded in 4K, it took ages to edit the video. I've got a powerful laptop, but 4K is still a bit too much for the PC to handle, but 2K still looking really, really good quality, and it's easier to edit as well, so I can get videos out faster for you guys. Just adding some wetland and stuff there, because that's what the Edmontosaurus is like. I know it's sandbox mode and it doesn't really matter, but I do like to add a bit of realism and stuff in places. So as you can see here, oh, not quite yet, I do place some nests, there we go, and this is another issue. Oh god, ranting coming. In sandbox you should only have to place like one nest for a dinosaur to breed, but they still require 3 or more nests to breed the Edmontosaurus, and it's just annoying. It's just a little gripe. Like, things like this shouldn't be a thing in sandbox. I get it in like the campaign as an extra bit of challenge, but in sandbox you just want to be free and do whatever you want, and there's just little things that hold you back, and these are the things that we don't want. So hopefully Frontier get on that. I'm sure people are probably raising their voices and stuff about it on the forums, but yeah, just wanted to clear that one up as well. So as you can see, we've got some Styracosaurus here with the male there with his big red crest, and then the females as well with their blue fenestre, I think they call that. But yeah, nice little green design, and definitely one of my favourite ceratopsids. The only reason I chose it is because I really want to see what the babies look like, and obviously as you saw in the thumbnail, they are cute. Yeah, the juveniles in this, they're just, oh, they're so cute, and it's just, there's one animation on the Edmontosaurus, you'll see that in a minute, but it's brilliant, I love it, but you'll see that in a bit.
Though I prefer Rhino Dino personally, huh?
So just add in a couple more. I only had one male with the Styracosaurus. He'd be like the big buck of the group, and yeah, make sure he keeps all the females in check. Is that how animals do it? I don't know. Please don't come at me in the comments. Yeah, here we go, place some more of the nests. It's just aggravating. I did delete them in the end, but it's just hassle that we don't really want in sandbox. Like, just let us place juveniles, or at least hatch them. That's something I could see Frontier actually adding, like the ability to just place dinosaurs in a habitat. Like, you choose how many you want, just place them in a habitat and off you go. a bit like Planet Zoo. I've never actually played Planet Zoo, but I know you can just place individual animals like that, and yeah, it could be something that comes in the future. Although I do like having a hatchery and stuff, it does add a bit of realism, but sometimes it feels a bit unnecessary if you're doing like a Site B park or something like that. But yeah, I'm sure all these things that I'm moaning about will be addressed in the future. It is a new game, it has just come out. I don't know if the game was rushed at all. It's feeling a bit like that, because when Planet Coaster 2 came out at first on console, oh, it was awful. But playing it recently, the game's completely fixed and all the problems I had have all been solved. So the likelihood is they'll all be sorted out. But yeah, here we go. Here's some baby Edmontosauruses, and oh, they are cute, aren't they? Oh, it's so good that we have these. You'll see our little animation in a second. Nice little music as well. I love that. The soundtrack to these games are always incredible. As you can hear in like, the background of my videos, they're great. But there's the animation. It just completely flips them over into the bush. Oh, it's just like watching puppies. It really is. I really like that skin. They're not going to grow up. I've turned that off in the settings because I want the babies to say babies. But as you'll see in a minute, there was 11. It's absolutely mental how many come out. They was breeding like rabbits. Like, they were just popping them out every few seconds. There's another batch. And then I think there's another one as well. But as you can see, the enclosure was getting fuller and fuller and fuller. So I went on a massive spree and just tranquilised a load of the babies and shipped them off to rewild them. There we go. Look, there was 11 in the end. Oh, absolutely mental. I didn't want 11. I think I had about 5 or something in the end. But 11 is just a bit overkill, isn't it? So yeah, I went on a massive rampage and got rid of them all. I also had struggle with getting the STYRACOSAURUS babies to hatch. It took me ages. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was a little bug or what. But I couldn't get the STYRACOSAURUses to breed. I thought in Sandbox it wouldn't matter, but yeah, it was taking them ages to settle down, if you catch my drift. And yeah, we got them in the end, and don't they look wicked? I think these have a little social animation as well, which you'll see in a minute, and that's really cool. Bit similar to the adults, but still cool.
Those dinosaurs are really not happy about cohabiting, and any unstable system demands the courage to face its implications. You're going to need to be brave to resolve this mess, or at the very least, cowardly but efficient. Honestly, I'd be happy either way.
So I thought we was going to have another issue there. You would have heard a rant about that, but it did sort itself out because I turned on like cohabitation. Everything likes each other. Yeah, there we go. Disappeared. So that was all good, and didn't have to worry about that. But that pretty much finishes the entire enclosure. I didn't add anything else because I wanted it to be just the two of them. I thought that'd look better. And then yeah, here we go, just getting rid of the STYRACOSAURUS babies that I didn't want because I only wanted 2 or 3. I can't remember what I had in the end. But can't you see I'm losing track already? Imagine this in like the campaign mode, like just losing track of all the dinosaurs you have in your park because they're constantly reproducing. I feel like that could get really annoying. I haven't experienced that yet, but yeah, if they kept like overbreeding, I feel like that would get really annoying. But I kept it under control, thankfully, and yeah, I'll just search Nest there to see if I could make a custom one, so then I didn't have to turn all the contraceptives on. But like you can't place like decorative nests, which is another gripe of mine. This is a bit of a rant episode, if you couldn't tell, but hopefully the next one I should be okay. I just wanted to get these things off my chest because I don't really have anyone to rant to, and I just want to see if anyone else is having the same problems. If you are, or if there's any other problems you're having, specifically on console, because that's what I play on, just leave them in the comments, and hopefully we'll get through this together. I know it's going to be a rough start, but down the line, this is going to be one of the best games. I believe in it. But look at them there following their dad. Oh, it's so cute. That one there getting taken away by the helicopter. Just ignore that. Yeah, there's a little animation. Nothing too exciting on you, but still a lovely little touch. I don't know if it's actually been implemented in the game, but I think it'd be really cool if, like, the juveniles, they got attacked by some of the other species, like adults. So say you've got like a baby Stegosaurus and there was a Triceratops adult in the exhibit. Like, imagine if the Triceratops like charged and like attacked the juveniles. Actually, it's in the settings of Sandbox. I haven't seen it yet, but if that's actually a case, that'd be so cool. I'd love that. Bit sadistic, but it's just realistic, isn't it? That's what animals do. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we have little animations like that. Just checking out the size of the exhibit, and they're all really happy. The Guanlong in the other exhibit, they're all like really cooped up. Apparently it's not big enough, even though they're tiny dinosaurs. Don't really get that, but it's Sandbox, so that's alright. But yeah, that's the exhibit, and that is pretty much the end of the video. Don't go away just yet though, because there are cinematics at the end, as I promised, and I have to say they look pretty cool. Really pleased with them, and yeah, I'm back to my original format, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and enjoy the cinematics.